Hey guys, how you doing? I'm Jeffrey Smith with SpringDeck, and we're here at CEDIA 2016. This is our second CEDIA, and we're really excited about the show and the progress that we've made over the last 2 years. It's been an amazing journey, and so let me show you guys kind of what SpringDeck is and the problems that we solve. SpringDeck is really a content deployment system, and what's interesting is several years ago we really had the same problems that most of you all have, because we've been longtime integrators in this business, and so the CEDIA space is our passion, and some of the problems that we're solving with SpringDeck, one is just the ability to have access to the right type of content at the time of need when you are in that critical phase of the sales process, really in the initial prospective client phase. And so the idea is, as you're going through that conversation and you need a particular asset, whether it's a high-res image file or a PDF spec sheet or a video to illustrate or demonstrate a particular aspect of the solution that you're trying to show that customer, the idea of trying to log on to the internet and go to a particular vendors.com or a Dropbox link, I mean, it's such a fragmented way of accessing content, and it's just not feasible. And so SpringDeck solves that problem by having one seamless, easy-to-use interface that gives you access to relevant, up-to-date vendor content as well as custom content that you create yourself if you choose to. And so the idea is you can go into our store, find vendors that are relevant to your business model. You can quickly download content resident to an iPad device, and then the beautiful thing about that is you now have access to that content in an offline mode, so you're not relying on the internet, videos that buffer or don't populate correctly. So it's a very fast, easy way to get to relevant information. And so just a demonstration of one of our partners there, QMotion. This is an example of the home screen on this iPad, and so these are the different icons that represents those brands or our own Bluespeed library that has content that's relevant to us on our home screen here, and so we can quickly and easily get to that content. The idea of, Mrs. Smith wants to see what that door station looks like on the front door, and I can zoom in and quickly and easily get to that. It's just painless. Another feature that SpringDeck has that we felt like is a huge problem is, how do we select these assets by trying to go back to the office and digest the notes that we might have taken to know then how to build a follow-up email and send some sort of links to a Dropbox account or what have you, wherever that content lives. You guys know that is a pain to do. So all I need to do is quickly just select these little plus buttons, and a green check mark is highlighted on those plus buttons, and those assets are now set in an email queue. We're not actually sending these assets over the internet, we're just sending the custom link to the customer. And so the customer will get an email that looks similar to this, that's custom branded for the integrator that's using it with their logo and color scheme. The customer then would click on the link, and a page opens in their browser that looks kind of like Pinterest. So here's an example of thumbnail style view of all the different assets that were sent. Again, it's custom branded for the integrator or for the rep firm. And now the customer is able to easily engage with the content that you've sent them. We also thought, well, once you get the fish on the hook, how do you know the fish is on the hook? And so what we do with SpringDeck is we actually track with custom backend analytics the engagement and the behavior. So when the customer clicks that custom link that you send them, we send a notification back to you, day, time that email was opened, and then we actually track the behavior so that you know what they're interested in and what they're not interested in, so that when you do follow up, you know how to steer that conversation. So guys, that's the high level of SpringDeck. Come check us out, www.springdeck.com, and we'd love to have you on board.